You are not getting in here wearing something like that.
What's the big deal? I just need to go talk to someone.
Yeah, you and every other loser in New York. Go home, change, maybe we'll talk. This is Fashion Club, not Redneck Island at NASCAR race.
I hate Manhattan. I know I did nothing but complain about how dull Carl Place was, but how I loathe Manhattan. This Russian bouncer prick won't let me into this yippie fashion club because of my outfit. What's wrong with a Levi jacket and jeans, I ask? He and everyone else in line starts bursting out laughing. Then, just as I'm about to go sneaking around out back for a way in, I see a hand on the bouncer's shoulder. A guy in an all-black suit with a red striped tie tells him to let me in. The bouncer opens the ropes, and now I can see a lot more of the guy as I begin to walk in. He looks not quite Indian, I mean Native American. His skin is just a bit darker than most Indians, whatever. I've seen. But his face is, well, it's hard to place. I want to say European, but that's not right either. He looks like a young guy, but from the old world. The way his goatee points and curls to a tip on the end. It's odd. Things about this guy look familiar, but at the same time I can't really place him in any way. He motions for me to follow him in, and I do. We walk through the club. The techno music blares as we move through the crowds. I can barely hear myself think. The people dancing in the crowd are dressed well and keep giving me the stink eye. This place is really hot. The guy leads me to a bar in the middle of the place that's elevated and lit like a runway. Some very skinny girls walk up and down at taking drink orders as people slip money into these slots in the floor of the bar. I look under the runway and it's a big glass case. You can see the cash as it piles up.
Trish, my usual!
The guy says as he pushes what looks like a 50 into the nearest slot. Then he looks to me and says,
"Order something!"
I'll just have a beer. I say really quickly.
What brand?
The model waitress chick asks, Miller? She gives me a look. I don't like it.
My friend will have a Sierra Nevada.
I'm not really for fancy drinks, I say as the two of them look at me. The waitress rolls her eyes and grabs a bottle of beer and a glass of, I want to say brandy, I'm not entirely sure. The guy motions for me to follow him up a flight of stairs. We then go to a table on a balcony that overlooks the rest of the club, located right in front of the DJ. The speakers are blaring, I can see the things literally pulsing, and I couldn't hear a thing going on around me. Is there anywhere else we can sit? I can't hear anything! The guy held up a finger as if to say 1 minute. Then he got up and told the DJ to stop the music. The instant the deafening music cut out, everyone in the club looked up at us. Or well, at the DJ, wondering what was going on. This is the part of the story where things get weird. As if walking onto a stage, this guy moves to the balcony and says to them,
"The music is still playing. You can feel it in your heart. Listen as the rhythm rocks its way through your ears and feel the vibrations as they shake every part of you. Dance."
They all seemed to chime in unison. All of them nodding their heads. Then everyone quit looking at us and went right back to dancing like nothing happened. Did I mention how much I hate Manhattan?
Hope that's better. I'm Michael, by the way.
He said, reaching a hand out across the table. I'm Will. Are you the owner, Mike? Mind if I call you Mike? I said, putting my hand in his and shaking. His skin seemed to cling to mine, like your skin seals itself to leather when it's hot.
No and yes.
Huh?
No, I'm not the owner, and yes, I mind.
Well, then I'm definitely gonna do it, I said, joking.
No, you won't.
He said, sipping from his drink. Sorry, just kidding. Thanks for getting me in here, I said, looking around. These people are a bit weird.
They're not that weird, Will. Drink your beer.
Okay. I said, taking a drink from the bottle. This didn't really taste like any beer I've had before. The sensation was oddly like the first time I ever had beer, actually. My dad had given me a sip of his beer and I spit it back into the can. This I managed to swallow, though I have no idea how. Once again, I hate Manhattan.
So, Will, don't take this the wrong way, but you don't really seem like the type for this place. Tell me why you wanted to get in here.
This might sound crazy, but I'm kind of a detective, and I'm following a major lead.
Oh, really now?
Yeah, it all started a few days ago when I was landing in JFK. This crazy woman rammed her car right through the fence and onto the runway. She drove the thing right into the path of the plane.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that.
It'd have been hard not to, but all over the airwaves all week, Homeland questioned every one of us on the plane about it. All the other planes were grounded the rest of the day until they found a suicide note in her apartment.
Oh, that poor girl.
Yeah, so I started poking around her Facebook and such. I began to notice something weird when I got to about a week's worth of old posts. She just got a gig. Oh yeah, she was a model, by the way. It was kind of a big deal though for some magazine, and not just a local piece, national distribution. Seemed like a weird time to kill yourself. What's more is that the note was kind of, I don't know, common. Felt like you read it before, you know?
Cliche, like the plutonic suicide note?
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, I started doing some more research on odd suicides around the city. This one guy, Wall Street dude, finds out his wife is pregnant, he's just gotten promoted, corner office, all that nice stuff. Walks into his boss's office, red as a hot rod, tears streaming down his face. So he picks up this old Civil War sword hanging on the wall, and stabs himself with it right there in the office.
Oh yeah, I heard about that too.
Nuts, right? Well, today was even worse. This woman, kindergarten teacher, tells her class she's gonna show them a neat trick, and she runs out of a window. The building was only a 3-story, so the fall wasn't enough to kill her alone, but the glass tore her to ribbons. She bled out before the paramedics were even called.
Oh man, I heard about that too.
How? I don't think the news has even picked it up yet. It only happened today. I only know about it because I've been listening to the police scanners. Michael held up a really nice, it wasn't so much a phone as a hand-sized computer.
Tweetuaries. Twitter account I follow. Tweets about the latest weird deaths in NYC.
That's morbid,
Nothing quite like gallows humor.
he said, winking at me. But anyway, I came here because all 3 of these people have something in common with this place. The kindergarten teacher came here with some friends on weekends. The Wall Street guy used to hang out with some coworkers here too. The model, well, she worked here for a while. So it's my theory that all 3 of these people were somehow forced to kill themselves because of something going on here. Someone or something is getting into people's heads, possibly possessing them, and forcing them to commit suicide. But whatever it is, I'm gonna stop it.
That's just...
Shocking?
No, I was gonna say adorable. Session. Oh, that is so quaint. Like I just leave my body and go jump into someone. Oh, and you're gonna stop the ghost, huh? Tell me, Will. Are you a ghostbuster?
I began to look more closely at Michael. He was snickering there in his seat. Then I thought about what I'd just done. Why did I tell him all that? I know nothing about this guy. I'm not even sure if his name is actually Michael. I'm at the one location in the city that connects all of these suicides, and I've just blabbed my best theory about why to a complete stranger and possible or well likely suspect. Then I thought more. The bouncer, the bartender, the DJ, the entire crowd.
Oh? I think you're getting it. Are you catching on, Will? Putting the pieces together? Here, have some more of your beer while you think about it. Matter of fact, chug the whole bottle down.
Before I realized that the bottle was in my hand and I was tilting my head back and downing the beer, I tried to force my hand down to close my mouth, to spit it up, anything, but it was like a muscle spasm. I could feel every part of it happening but could exhibit no control over myself. It took a while, and I could barely breathe by the end of it, but I put the bottle down and started to cough and heave for air. My face was a lighter shade of red than Michael's as I looked at him, gagging.
Will, you shouldn't drink that so fast. It's good stuff. Though I doubt you'd really know, judging by your little costume there, you lack taste. You look like one of the prisoners from Shawshank Redemption.
What the hell are you?
Well, they don't exactly have a word for it. I guess the closest name for me is demon. I probably inspired the visualization that's in popular culture. Red skin, horns, hooves, forked tongue. Though I'm not sure where the tail came from. That's a bit of a wild idea. Anyway, I just kinda got tired of the instant giveaway with my natural appearance, so I've scaled things back in my old age. Hey Will, give me your wallet.
I'm not gonna give you my...
Thank you.
He said as he took the wallet out of my hand. I didn't even feel my arm grabbing the thing.
Okay, good, 200. Go order me a refill, and get yourself a glass of champagne. Then, Spill it on the most attractive woman you see on the dance floor on your way back here.
My legs moved with ease. No matter what I did to try and stop myself, I looked like a completely normal guy just strolling up to the bar. I ordered a refill for Michael and a glass of champagne for myself. Then I moved across the floor so casually, it felt so unnatural, but I could tell there was nothing going on externally to show I wasn't in control. This gorgeous blonde with some fantastic, assets was dancing in front of some guy. I felt one of my feet trip on the dance floor beneath me and I spilled just the champagne, which along with Michael's drink had cost me all $200. Right onto the blonde. She freaked out and slapped me before running to the restroom before I could even apologize. I made my way back to the table feeling like a complete ass and incredibly angry at whatever the hell Michael was. I put the drink down for him nicely and suddenly was in control of myself again. I pulled back my arm to punch Michael as hard as I could, but he looked up to me before I could even push my arm forward.
Punch yourself in the stomach.
My arm rocketed down and connected with my gut. I felt the wind being taken out of me and I fell down to my seat.
I'm sure you've got questions. Go ahead and ask.
Did you just hypnotize me? Was it some kind of pheromone? Mind control?
Aw, you humans, you're all so cute. It cracks me up how you lot try to find reasons for things instead of doing what's smart. I mean, think about it, Will. I just told you to do something, and you did it without question. Instead of trying to find a way out of this situation, you start to ask me about the mechanics of it. Kid, it's over your head. In fact, it's so far over your head you don't even realize just how far over. Honestly, Will, chimps are more likely to develop rocket science than you are to understand how I work. My turn. What kind of detective jumps to possession? What have you seen that puts you onto conclusions like that?
I'm not exactly a normal detective. My friend was a werewolf. I had to kill him, and I've been investigating this kind of stuff ever since. People need to be protected from monsters like you. What exactly are you doing to us?
Okay. If it'll make you happy, think of it like persuasion. All I have to do is say it, and you humans do it. Let me tell you this much. It's a fantastic way to meet women. But seriously, Will, you're gonna drown out here. You put down a dog and you think you can go after me? Let me try to put this into perspective for you. You're like a kid who just learned how to swim trying to cross the English Channel.
I don't care how big or how bad a monster you are. All I know is that you are one, that you're hurting people, and that I will stop you. My name is William Stone, and I'm not afraid of you. End of story.
No, that's not how the story ends. Not even close. Let me tell you how this is going to go. As much as I like this place, I think I'm going to leave. No idea where I'm going to go yet, but I'm not leaving because I'm afraid of you. I'm leaving because it will drive you crazy. Well, I'm 10,000 years old, and I have the ability to make anyone do anything. Do you know how bored I get? Do you really think that those suicides were anything more than a way for me to pass some time? Those were just a typical week. But you just made me want to do something I haven't done in at least, 600 years? There was this knight, bound by honor to destroy me. Obviously, he failed at that. But oh, how much fun I had ruining his life. So, here's what's going to happen. You're gonna sit here till someone tries to make you leave, at which point you will fight them. In the meantime, I'm gonna go out of town, probably lay low for a while. Not sure how long. Maybe a few months, maybe a few years. Who knows, maybe only a day or two. So you check your paper, William Stone. I'll be in touch. Oh, and DJ, turn it all the way up. Have a nice night.
I watched him saunter down the stairs and through the club as the annoying techno began to blast in my ears again. Michael stopped to talk to the girl he forced me to spill the champagne on. Then, he just left. The girl walked up the stairs toward me. She got close and whispered in my ear.
I know this probably sounds crazy, but do you want to come back to my place?
Oh, no. I said as I slammed my head into the table.